Wagwan beautiful people, I am Chev. Welcome back to my channel. Make sure you're subscribed down below. So we're about to do a faux lock install, and I'm using this copper color here from Eon here, and this is a bundle of 24 pieces of hair, and I'm going to be using 4 bundles of this hair. So it is a boho faux lock, and I'm also going to use this springy hair also in a copper color, so that's like 350 number, and we're just going to use a couple strand of this just to wrap the base of the hair, and we're going to try to do this in 4 hours. So I'm going to use 2 different techniques that will make this process faster and quicker for you to do. Now my hair is dull, like my color is like completely washed out, and I couldn't be bothered to refresh the color. So the roots are copper, but the ends are giving more like a dirty blonde, like I don't even know, but it doesn't matter because we're gonna put it in the faux lock and it's not going to show too much. And this will be the perfect way to show you, like, if you have black hair, you can also do this color because of the technique that we're going to do, and we're going to get this all the way together. So I'm just showing you my parting technique. I always use a braiding gel or jam to part my hair, and it's going to give you that clean part. And like you would see in the video, I'm not using too much, so you don't have to like paste your hair with the gel. Like, you don't need too much, just enough to give you that clean parting space. Now, one thing about me, I don't like too much tension on my roots, so what we're gonna do is twist the hair instead of like braiding it too tight at the root. If you twist it, you need to twist it. Let me not just say if you twist it, you need to twist the hair or braid the hair, because this is gonna help with the takedown that I'm gonna show you later on. Technique is super important when it comes to takedown, so you don't lose your hair and you don't lose your edges and all that other stuff that you be doing because you're too complicated with the technique when it comes to faux locks. So what you need to do is widen the loop of the hair before you pull it through. This is gonna make it so much easier and faster to do. So what I do, I pull the loop through the base of my hair and then I pull the end through. So you can replay that part of the video if you wish to. I slow it down so you can always go back. And then we're gonna take this springy twist hair, and because the front right there is short, I don't need that long piece, so I cut it in half and then I just fluff it out a bit. So we're gonna grab that here at the base, and then we are going to put our hair with the faux lock and then start wrapping the spring twist hair going downward. So you don't have to do this too tight. Like, that is another thing, you don't have to do your faux locks tight, because the more raggedy, not raggedy child, the more unkept faux locks are, the better they look in my opinion. So you're just gonna move your little curly hair out of the way, and then you wrap down until your hair is completely hidden. Now, you don't want to do anything too complicated with this. Like, pull the loop through the base and then pull the end of your hair through the loop, and then you pull the hair. And like I said, you don't want to do this tight because of all that crocheting that we'll be doing. You don't want to irritate or cause too much tension on your root, because you're going to be wrapping the hair around it to look neat. And also, when you wrap the base, don't be wrapping it too tight. Like, release that pressure, okay? Like, you want the style to be flawless and neat. That's why we use the gel, but at the same time, we don't want to be pulling and causing the tension, because it's no fun when you do a faux lock and the hair can't even go up in one. Like, we want that hair to be movable, so make sure that you don't do it too tight. So we're gonna go back in with our gel just to part our hair. And that's pretty much for the gel that we'll be using on our hair. We just use it to part, but not too much on the actual hair itself, just enough to make our parting look neat. So I'm gonna do this a couple of times so that you guys could get the hang of what I'm doing. So when I say do this in 4 hours, I mean all we do is spend about 2.5 hours on the front. And instead of doing full crochet all around, doing individual crochet in the front will give that full look as if we did individuals all around. But we're gonna cut time by just crocheting fully in the back, but individuals in the front. Just to mention, make sure that you're giving the spring twist a good amount of spread so that it hides your hair, especially if you have black hair. You want to make sure that you're spreading the hair enough so that it hides your hair. You don't want your hair to poke through. And when I say spread it, I just mean to fluff it out before you actually crochet it into the base to start wrapping. And this is a second technique that I use if you want your roots to be a little bit more flawless and smaller as opposed to being bulky. What I do is I braid the root of the hair just about an inch and then twist the rest, and then I pull the loop through a little bit away from the root, and then I use the springy twist here at the root of the hair and then start wrapping. Again, if I didn't explain that to your understanding, just replay the video and you can visually see what I did different. Now I'm going to flip the hair back and forth just to make sure that the hair is movable and I'm not feeling any tension and the hair is laying how I need it to lay. Like, I want my hair to feel free. So what we're going to do in the back is we're going to braid our hair down and then feed them into each other so that it's laying flat. And then I'm going to use this Main Choice hair oil. You can use whatever hair oil you want to use. This is just going to help my scalp from being like irritated and dry. Like, I just like the feel of oil on my scalp after I braid it. It's like this refreshing feeling. And then I'm going to put some on the very back of my hair. So we're going to pull our loop. And I'm going to show you some trial and errors when it comes to this hair, because you're going to need to stretch that loop so that the hair can pull through, unless it's going to be on like matted and knotted while you're trying to pull it through. So that is just an example I just showed you. Like, you need to widen that hair. Like, look at this struggle, and it's going to cause you to spend too much time doing this. Also, if you have short hair, please to add some braiding here, because I thought I could get away with this, but because of all that pulling that we are going to be doing by crocheting the hair, you need to make sure that you have a good amount of length to your hair so that it doesn't pull through. So I just added some of that spring twist here at the end of my hair so that, you know, it has an anchor because my hair was too short and too like soft feeling, so the hair was coming right out. So after I do that, we're going to try this again and make sure you widen that loop. All you gotta do is take your finger and just pull it out just a bit, like unravel it just a bit so that you can pull the hair through without any hassle. So I'm going to use the rest of the hair that I have in the back, and the back literally took me like an hour. Like, it was so fast after I got the hang of it. Like, it took me a minute to really get into it, but once I got into it, yeah, like, it made sense. So I end up using all 4 packs of this hair. So I want to give you guys some pros and cons when it comes to individual crochet versus just doing the straight crochet method when it comes to faux lock or full braids. The first pro when it comes to doing straight crochet is that it is so much quicker. Oh my god, you know, faux lock, if you've ever done it individually, it takes a while. It's an all-day process, a good 8 hours or more. But when you do the just straight full lock method, not full lock method, child, when you do the straight crochet method, so much quicker. But the con to this is that you end up using more hair because you need to hide your cornrows in the back. So you end up using way more packs of hair, which makes it a little bit heavier. So keep that in mind. It's quicker, but it does feel a bit heavier. Not even a bit. It did feel heavier on my head because I had to use more just to hide my cornrows in the back. But the individual in the front and then the crochet, straight crochet in the back, oh my god, saved so much time. It was heaven sent. Like, it looks like individuals, but it's all full in the back. Love this method of doing both. And then now we're gonna go in with some edge control. You can use whatever edge control that you have. I had this edge control on hand. It's called Instant Edge Control. I just found it in my beauty supply store, and we're just gonna swoop do a little swoop in the front. Nothing crazy. We're just doing the basics. If you don't like swoops, don't do it, child. Don't do it. You don't have to do it. But over here, we like a little extra. And then we're going to go in with our oil again because it feels so good. Okay, like after doing fresh braids, fresh twists, faux locks, feels amazing. So now I'm just doing my placement, and like I tell you, when you do individuals, when you wrap that spring twist hair, your hair is so movable. You can do your center part, you can do side part, you can do your half up, half down right away, and I love that. Now if you follow this page called Bora Bora Hair on Instagram, I think her name is, she used oil sheen on her boho braids and the Bora Bora braids, and it looks so good. So I went ahead and I did that, and the curls were popping. They were so cute, and I'm just in love. Now for the last part of this video, I want to show you guys how to take down your faux lock, because y'all been asking, and I swear it's not as hard as you think. So what you want to do is unravel, like twist in the opposite direction of where you wrapped, and pull your hair out just like that. That's why I said it's very important to make sure that your hair is twisted all the way down or braided all the way down, because that is gonna help for the easy removal. Not just y'all having your hair loose in the locks, like obviously it's gonna be knotted. Like do not just have your hair loosey goosey up in there. Make sure you twist it or plait it all the way down, and then you cut the spring hair. So you move your hair out of the way using a little clip, and you cut the spring hair. And this is the way that you're gonna do to save your faux lock. This is if you want to reuse the lock because you spent a lot of money to buy it and you want to reuse it. So this is the best way to do it. Then you can untwist or unbraid your hair a little bit and then pull the lock straight out just like that. Simple, easy peasy lemon squeezy, and your locks is saved and you can reuse it again and again. You have the spring twist hair, everything is still intact, and you can use that hair again. By doing this technique, it is easy and you save your lock and you save some coin. This is the end of the video. Let me know what you guys think. I love you guys so much for watching. I hope this tutorial was very helpful. Go on and big up on yourself. Bye guys.